The rain poured relentlessly that evening, drenching the streets of a quiet suburban neighborhood in Ohio, turning puddles into mirrors of the gray sky above. In the driveway of his sprawling mansion, a man in an impeccably tailored suit stopped mid-step, staring in disbelief. There, under the downpour, sat a young woman on the wet concrete, a thin paper plate balanced on her lap, shivering as she ate the meager contents, her clothes soaked through, her shoes heavy with rainwater. For most, this would have been an ordinary, almost invisible scene. But for Robert Whitman, a billionaire who had lived in luxury so insulated from hardship that he often forgot hardship existed, this sight pierced straight through his carefully constructed world. If you believe in kindness and second chances, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. This story proves that sometimes, the smallest acts reveal the biggest truths. Robert had known his maid, Sarah, for over 3 years. She had been with him since his divorce, keeping his mansion immaculate, his children's schedules organized, and his chaotic life running smoothly. She was diligent, quiet, and reliable, the kind of person one barely notices when everything is running perfectly. Yet seeing her sitting there, eating in the rain, her hair plastered to her face and her eyes hollow with exhaustion, forced him to confront a reality he had never considered. Sarah was struggling in ways no paycheck could erase. He stepped closer, hesitating, watching as she ate bite by bite, her hands trembling from the cold. He wanted to ask her to come inside, to offer warmth or food, but something stopped him. He realized he didn't know the story behind those eyes, the sacrifices, the heartbreak, or the battles she faced just to survive. That night, curiosity collided with compassion, and he silently vowed to find out. The next day, Robert approached Sarah as she dusted the living room. Her posture stiffened, as if sensing that the world outside her duties might be watching her for the first time. He asked her gently about the previous evening, pretending not to notice the storm stains on her jacket. With a hesitance born of both pride and fear, Sarah finally shared her story. She lived alone in a cramped apartment across town, barely making enough to cover rent, food, and medicine for her sick mother, who had been bedridden for months. Her job at Robert's mansion was her only steady income, yet it was never enough. Often, she skipped meals to save money, went without heating in winter, or delayed her own medical needs to care for her mother. The plate she had carried into the rain wasn't just food, it was a meager attempt at nourishment after a day that had stretched into the edge of despair. Robert's heart ached as he listened, each word revealing a depth of suffering he had never imagined possible in the life of someone he considered just staff. For days, Robert wrestled with the contrast between his abundance and Sarah's survival. He realized that wealth alone could never shield him from empathy, nor could it excuse ignorance. So, he made a quiet decision that would change both their lives. He began by helping Sarah in small, unobtrusive ways, sending groceries to her apartment, arranging for medical care for her mother, covering overdue bills. But he knew it wasn't enough to merely ease her burdens. He wanted to give her hope, dignity, and a real chance at life. Finally, Robert sat Sarah down one evening and offered her a new opportunity, a scholarship for her to pursue nursing, a career she had once dreamed of but abandoned due to her responsibilities. He would also ensure her mother received proper care. Sarah's hands shook, tears streaming down her face, as she realized that someone had truly seen her, not the maid who cleaned floors, but the brave, resilient woman who had endured so much. Over time, Sarah's life transformed. She pursued her studies, her confidence grew, and her mother's health improved. She no longer ate alone in the rain, and her laughter returned, soft but unmistakably powerful. And Robert, witnessing her rise, learned a lesson more valuable than any financial gain: wealth is only meaningful when it is used to touch lives and to heal hearts. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to engage, like, comment, and share so others can experience the power of compassion and the strength of human resilience. Before you go, I would love for you to comment below, what would you have done if you were in Robert's shoes? Your thoughts could inspire someone today.